Hello. Oh, this is different. Instagram Live is different. I haven't been on live in so long that they've changed up the live setup and all of this. It's been a minute. I feel like, I was coming on Instagram Live because, we're so isolated. We don't have conversations with people no more. And my conversation need has been met other ways, so I haven't been on Instagram Live as much, but I thought I would come on here. I am wearing a bathing suit. And it's like a 60s kind of bathing suit, like I can be like in a 60s like surfing movie. So anyways, shout out to Candace Benbow because we just got done with the For Harriet conversation about church girl trauma, and she was amazing. And thanks, Deborah. It was great. What happened now? I mean, I don't have a deep desire to get into the drama. It's not even like I'm actually over it, so I don't really have a deep desire to rehash it. But if you log on to the For Harriet YouTube, you can watch a whole video about that drama. Once every 6 months, Kimberly is going to get into some shit on Twitter. About once, you know what I'm saying? Like twice a year, I'm going to get into some shit on Twitter because Twitter is the bad place. And that's where we all belong. We deserve it. Kim, would you date a guy in his 20s? Because I'm trying to see what's up. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm in my whole 30s. I'm a whole 32-year-old. I don't know if I would date a man in his 20s, but we could hang out. My eyebrows do look good today. You just have to give them like a day. You just have to give them like 24 hours to like settle in. Somebody said, Kim, who's that guy behind you? Stop. Love the earrings. I honestly love the whole look. Okay, so these earrings, I don't know. They're probably like $20 from ASOS. But something I almost posted on Instagram, but I'm like, nobody gives a fuck about this. I was watching Anita Baker performance videos because that's what I do in my free time. And she was wearing like these earrings. And I was like, we are related. That's my auntie. We had the same earrings. Yes, the talk with me and Candace will be up on Patreon. Okay. I saw drama. If you want to know about the drama, it is on YouTube. But I'm good now. I feel completely good. I talked it out. I've talked it through with some different people. I feel good. Hi, Kim. Hope people are staying out of your grown woman business today. Yes, today was a good day. Hello. Do you think you experience ageism on Twitter? Oh, I definitely do. And that's so crazy to me because I'm like still young. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely experience ageism on Twitter. I mean, I feel like ageism is a really strong word because I don't really feel discriminated against. But people do bring up the fact that I'm in my 30s a lot on Twitter. And it's funny because I realize that I am talking to people who are in their early 20s or literal teenagers. Like, when I was in, some of that shit the other day, I would go to people's profiles and see, 17 on there. And I'm like, I could have literally birthed you. Like, you could literally be my child, and I'm on here, like, going back and forth with people. Or when I said something about Chloe, which was correct, by the way. I made a very correct assessment that Chloe was really ready to be a grown woman, okay? And she is. We see it on social media. I said something and people mistook it. And then everybody was like, you're 45. Like, you don't need to be doing this. And I'm like, first of all, I'm 31, okay? But they're trying to underscore, right? They're exaggerating the age because they're trying to be like, you're too old to even be talking about this. And it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I was in my late teens and early 20s, like, I was ages 2. Let me take off this ring. Like, I was ages 2 when I was that age. And so I understand what y'all are doing, but you're grown. And let me just tell y'all, you know, another reason why that ageism shit don't bother me, because my life is great, because I would never ever go back to being 22 or 17. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I'm good, like, money good, like, I'm good. So I don't envy you or your youth at all. Twitter really thinks women expire when they turn 30. Yeah, and that's so funny. You know, it's so interesting because I've been on Twitter since I was 19, like a literal teenager, like a sophomore in college. And so to see this evolution where people who were literally learning to read when I got my Twitter account, like, being like, you're too old to do this and you're too old to be on here. And I'm like, you don't even have a driver's license. You're a virgin who can't drive. Who knows where that's from? I'm 26 now, so I'm basically dead to Gen Z. I keep serving Bam Bam. I told you this is my 60s like surfer movie look, like with the high waist. Yeah, Gen Z is funny. What life career advice would you give to your younger self? I've answered this. There's a video on my Instagram about this, but you know, I think my primary advice would be leave these niggas alone. And to make, you know, invest in Tesla, buy Facebook, buy Tesla. What else would it be? I mean, if we want to be serious about it, I have some regrets about, you know, the way that I treated my parents when I was a teenager. Yeah. I used to feel a way about turning 27 until I realized my life and mental health has literally never been better than it is now. I have way more fun now. Yeah, I mean, occasionally when the ageism stuff pops up, I'm like, oh, you know, it was fun being in my 20s, and it was fun being in my early 20s, but I have the capacity to have a lot more fun now. So, I mean, youth is a gift. Youth is wasted on the young. But I can do whatever I want now. Like, that freedom is, I mean, it's priceless. So now that's why, now I am just so invested in having fun. In our little conversation with Candace, she talked about like really savoring the moments, right? Like embracing moment by moment. And now I'm in a place where I can just embrace moment by moment. Are you doing something different with your makeup? I'm learning how to do different stuff with my makeup. Everybody knows I'm a Jackie Ina stan. I've been just like, you know, following like her little directions and tutorials, you know, trying to get it together. So easy to dismiss a Black woman over 30. It is. Will you still be using the Substack? Yes, I will. I am going to get back to posting on the Substack regular. In fact, I'll just upload this video and send it out over the Substack. That's my email newsletter. But yeah, like this, something that's so interesting to me is I feel like I'm in the prime of my life. Like I don't just feel like that. Like I am in the prime of my life. In so many different ways. But I also understand that, you know, a lot of people feel like if you're over 30, then you're not attractive and your life is over and you need to go sit down. But like, I'm having more fun. I'm having more fun now than I've ever had. That's just it. Like, more fun now than ever. Even in a pandemic. Was it that Jackie Aina palette you used in the Danny video? I love it. No, I used, I mean, I guess this is a problematic brand, but, it's the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. Is Juvia's Place problematic? I can't remember, but that's what I use. I'm 20 and all I have for you is respect. The bitter Betties low-key feel stupid and inferior, so they hate. I am trying not to go directly to people are jealous or they feel stupid, but I definitely think that something that I have embraced is I am, you know, somebody literally said this to me, Kimberly is an acquired taste. Sure, not for everybody. And I think the older that I get, the more that I can embrace that I'm not for everybody and I'm never going to be for everybody. And if you are for everybody, you're probably vapid and boring. You know, like, so I have a very distinct personality. I have a distinct looking face. This is what you're going to get. And I'm going to have fun with this personality and this body and this face and this life. And that's it. Have you seen One Night in Miami or Ma Rainey's? I have seen Ma Rainey's. I was supposed to do a review on Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I never got to it. Maybe I'll just do a live on it. I have so much stuff to do. I have not seen, well, I've seen parts of One Night in Miami. I got about halfway through it. They had beef with two black beauty gurus. The CEO is problematic, but good brand. Yeah, I mean, the palettes are good. Did you perm your hair? No, I will. Well, I don't want to say never, but I have no desire to put any chemicals in my hair. This is a silk press. I'm not saying it's purely jealousy, but I do truly believe that people that don't have the bandwidth to go deep with serious convos just try to shut you up so they're not exposed for not having brain. I mean, how do people engage with me? People engage with me. Some people just don't like me. You know, I don't know. I mean, there's like two sides of the spectrum, right? So there are the conservative hoteps who just don't like me, and the transphobe. I put the transphobes in with the hoteps, right? The conservatives just don't like me because I am super progressive and I believe in feminism, and I think they spew ahistorical, damaging bullshit. And then there's like the ultra leftists, you know, the young leftists, you know, who don't know nothing, ain't read nothing, but believe themselves to be leftists who don't like me because, I don't know, I'm a neoliberal. And it's like, honestly, again, I'm almost 32 years old. I am who I am. Now, I like to have conversations with younger people. I have that whole series of having conversations with Gen Zers because I'm interested. I think they're interesting. I don't ever want to be completely out of touch. And I want my ideologies to be malleable, but I think there also, for me, has to come a time where it's like, it is what it is, girl. Like, we just are gonna have to disagree. And that's okay. That's okay. Hi, Emma. Thank you so much. How do you feel about not being liked? Is that something that ever bothers you? How do you reset? I mean, it bothers me when the people who don't like me maliciously attack me. That actually does bother me, right? When I feel like you are just misrepresenting me on purpose, like that does bother me, because I try to live and walk and use this platform with integrity. I try to say, okay, here's where I fucked up. Here's where I went wrong. Okay, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I go out of my way to try to be that kind of person, to be that kind of influencer, right? And it really does fuck me up when I know I am trying to be ethical and moral, and I'm trying to own up to my shit, and then people like intentionally misrepresent me. Like, that bothers me. But like, just not being liked, you know, it is what it is. I understand that, you know, I have conversations with people about this all the time. If you are a woman, or a black woman, or a brown skinned woman, or a woman with big nose, like, you know, the kind of woman that I am, there is less space for me to be unlikable. You know, a woman who talks like this, right? There's just less space. So I appreciate enormously the fact that I am able to have this platform and say whatever I want to say, and that so many people gravitate to me, because I get that, you know, black women get canceled for nothing, you know? Like, so the fact that I'm like still here and able to make stuff, like, I appreciate it. Kim, would you consider posting the Q&A part for the Candace thing? I recorded the first hour and 15 minutes, and then I stopped recording after that. What have you been doing for fun in quarantine? I want to know more about that. What have I been doing for fun in quarantine? Gosh, you know, honestly, I've just been doing a lot of talking to my friends, talking to potential suitors. I haven't even really been watching as much TV as I used to watch. Like, I hang out with my mom and my sister and my nieces. I'm on the phone all the time. I'm on Zoom all the time. I work all the time. That's what I do. I'm trying not to buy stuff because, you know, I have some issues. And so I'm going out of my way not to just purchase stuff. That used to be how I spent my time. But, yeah. You know, I have a really boring life. I don't, you know, but it's like fun. I'm still having fun. Because I'm in control of my time. That's what makes it fun. I became a florist too. Yeah, a little bit. There's flowers over here that are dying because I never put them in water. I come back to your content all the time because I think you're honest as fuck. I don't always agree with you, and I like that. I always respect and want to hear your opinion. I value that enormously. I appreciate that people know that they're not going to get bullshit from me, or I'm not going to willingly or willfully spew bullshit. That I'm going to be honest, that I'm going to say exactly what I feel. Occasionally I hold back on the public side, but I definitely don't hold back on the private side, you know, on the Patreon side or whatever. But like, I think that we are, you know, I know that the fact that, and I've had conversations like this recently, that even this space where somebody like me, I don't have a PhD, I'm just a person who reads a lot and likes to talk to scholars and activists and whatever, somebody like me being able to carve out this kind of career is new. It's brand new. Like, literally, I'm like the first generation of Black women who have had this open to them. And so, you know, and I was thinking about this today because I was going through all that drama stuff. It doesn't matter how bad the shit that I get is. It doesn't matter how bad that shit is. I still have the best job. I still love this job. I don't want any other job. I appreciate this. I went off a little bit there. Kim, you look stunning. By the way, did you delete your video on femininity? I've been trying to find it. I sure did. And there's a video about why I deleted it on the Instagram. Basically, it's about, it's not about why I deleted it, but basically I felt like it was not useful or productive to address that situation in that way. I thought it was messier than I desire to be in public. How do you feel now about your latest YouTube post about hoarding, anxiety, and Twitter BS? I feel great. I've gotten overwhelmingly positive response to it. As I said, I mentioned months ago, the person who did my tarot reading in October said, being honest in public would help you be honest in private. And so I am with her there. I feel no shame, right? If I'm going to share the good stuff, I don't really have a problem sharing the bad stuff. I don't know. How are you going to use that against me? Like, you literally can't. What do you think about the way people talk about Chloe Bailey online? What do you mean? Do you think young people need college degrees as a general rule of thumb to achieve big things? I don't know. What do you mean by big things? Okay. Being liked. Yeah, I care more about being respected. I care way more about being respected than being liked. And I care way more about being respected by the people I respect. Like, the best thing in the world for me, the thing that gives me the most joy, is when somebody whose work I respect and admire says, you're doing good work. Because I know it's not bullshit. I feel like people are more into one-upping wokeness than transformative change. The easiest way to get that status is to be hypercritical of anyone with a somewhat progressive following. Yeah, totally. But you know what? And something that I've had to reflect on is how I've participated in that and how I've benefited from that. So yes, we are all, it's the Salem witch trials out here, right? We are trying to sniff people out and see if they're not living up to their politics, and then we want to burn them on a stake. Is that what that happened in the Salem witch trials? I can't remember. So yes, that definitely is something that happens. I've said before that Twitter, social media inspires sociopathy, right? Like, we derive pleasure from seeing other people suffer, and I do think it's, we have to be intentional about opting out of those cycles, but it's really difficult because it incentivizes that kind of behavior. And again, I'm saying this as somebody who has participated in it. Do you feel loan forgiveness will help our economy? I don't know enough about this to know, but forgive the loans. I was just rewatching your video about people's response to Black women's pain, especially in regards to Megan Thee Stallion. How do you feel about that situation now? Do we know more about the situation now than we did then? I don't. I like Megan. But something I was thinking about with regard to Megan recently was how Azalea Banks came out and fat shamed Megan. The lights in this background. Why is it glowing like that? Do I need to... Okay, anyways, sorry. So Azalea Banks came out and fat shamed Megan Thee Stallion, and then Megan Thee Stallion came out and said, "Oh, we're gonna do hottie boot camp. We're gonna I'm gonna be my best self and be healthy, and this is not about losing weight. And I was like, girl, now anybody who is familiar with diet culture knows that that shit is about losing weight. Now we try to mask it by saying, I just want to be my healthiest self. And it's like, girl, we know you did this because Azalea Banks fat shamed you, and I understand it must be incredibly difficult being such a famous and visible Black woman. But then was it yesterday or the day before, she came out and did progress photos, like, look at my body, like before and after pictures. And it's like, girl, I knew that this is where this was going, right? Like, this is obviously about weight loss, and it's whatever, it's fine, it's whatever. But it's like the delusions, right? Because body positivity, the language of body positivity is so pervasive, right? People feel like they have to not use diet culture language anymore, but still do diet culture. And it's like, just be honest. To be honest, I want to extend grace to Miss Banks. I don't. Do you think people are beginning to hypersexualize Chloe? I mean, have you seen Mama's Instagram? I think that Chloe wants to be sexualized. It's abundantly clear that Chloe wants us to know that she is of legal drinking age and she is sexual. And so if people's response is to sexualize her, you know, it comes with the territory, you know? What's your favorite music right now? I love when you deep dive into your music taste as a music nerd. What have I been listening to a lot? I've been listening, you know what I've been really going deep in right now is PJ Morton. That's who I've been playing on repeat all day for the past couple days. I love him. So brilliant. And I saw him in concert in 2019, 2020. I don't know what time is. So I saw him in concert at one point and he was so good. Now he came on late as fuck. He came on like 2 hours late, but he was so good. Yeah. I think a lot of people are forgetting when The Little Mermaid comes out, Halle is going to experience a lot of exposure. Yeah, I mean, they're very obviously going in different directions right now. Chloe, you know, I saw she was in the studio with Black. I mean, you know, solo albums are coming, right? Let's just be honest about that. But Halle, honestly, when The Little Mermaid comes out, Halle gonna be one of the biggest stars in the world. Like, let's embrace it now. I'm claiming it. We already know. Halle Bailey, as soon as The Little Mermaid comes out, is gonna be a superstar. She's gonna be out of here. So I don't think we need to worry about Chloe or Halle. They are both incredible people together, made one of the best albums of 2020 together. Honestly, I think one of the best albums of the last 10 years. To be honest, together, they're gonna go do their own stuff and be amazingly successful. As a Brandy stan, I was devastated to realize Always on Time supposed to be for Brandy, but Ashanti got it. A huge hit it was. Then Ashanti came up for J-Lo to steal. An unfortunate hierarchy. I mean, Ashanti wrote Always on Time, though, didn't she? She wrote the hook for that, so I don't have a problem with Ashanti being on that song. Who's your favorite girl band? Oh, like of all time or right now? My favorite of all time? I want to say, gosh. I want to say I like Destiny's Child a lot. I do like them. Spice Girls. To your point of view, what would be a healthy way to express sexuality? I think, I don't know, any way that's like completely about embracing your body and loving your body and not about trying to appeal to like what you think men want. Look at the... Yes, I did say, talk to me now. You know, DM me now before I get my hair pressed. I did say that. Thoughts on Clubhouse culture. I mean, Clubhouse is full of liars and scammers and cheaters, but there are some good conversations on Clubhouse. There are, occasionally. But there are a lot of liars and cheaters and scammers. I do like this. The only thing is, and this is why I'm really not going to have straight hair for a whole long time, because I don't like having to do stuff before bed. And so having to having to wrap my hair every day is not ideal for me. Do you listen to Victoria Monae? Yes, I really like Victoria Monae. I'm really happy for her. Great that she's having a baby. I wish that like we could have gotten more promo. Like, I understand she was pregnant and like she like was trying to hide it so she couldn't do stuff. But like Jaguar, like it would have been great if we could have like gotten more stuff for that. Remember when you were dragged for saying Beyonce doesn't have a good album? I think that, did I say that? That's not what I said. I said Beyonce's, her full bodies of work are not exceptional. I didn't say Beyonce doesn't have a good album. I'd say that her full bodies of work are not exceptional. And I actually stand by that. I actually do stand by that. I think Beyonce is an incredible aesthete, right? Like aesthetically, she's a great project manager, but I don't think that the albums are exceptional. I don't. I think they're good, you know, but we're talking like top tier, like classic. That's how I feel. That is how I feel. Who said that? Because Brandy is the whole fucking vocal Bible. Brandy is a vocal Bible. Yes. I do still think, and I will die on this hill that Anti is a better album than Lemonade. I will happily die on that hill. Anti is a perfect album. It's beautifully sequenced. I hate that we didn't get more visuals for it. Beyonce is a visual artist, right? Like that is her realm of genius, like performance and putting together visuals. And like images are important. Like images are powerful and they matter, but that doesn't mean that the songs themselves, if you heard all those songs without seeing images for them, would they have had the same impact? The answer is no. Like the answer is no. And I'm not even going to debate that, right? That's not saying that she's not a genius. I've said she's a genius many times. But the songs themselves. Like, okay, let me not go deep. Let me not go too much more deeper into that. How is Black student life at Harvard? I had an amazing time. at Harvard. But I'm 32. Do you think Normani can make a comeback after taking such a long break from music? I definitely think Normani can make a comeback. Like, I think she is super, super talented. We just need hits. We need hits. That's what we need. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Normani needs to get that Rihanna ear, okay? Because, you know, Rihanna has, like, the best ear in pop music. You know, choose some good songs, make some good videos, and she's back in there. Easy. Have you heard of Bree Runway? I have, and I like really want to interview her because I think that Bree Runway is a genius. Like, she is the next thing. Like, I think she's so talented. Will we ever live in a world without celebrity? We won't. People are bored. We're the same way we won't live in a world without religion. We're not ever going to live in a world without celebrity. People need things to pass the time. Who are your favorite TikTok creators? I don't really know the names of the people on TikTok. But, you know, it's a couple black girls on there, like literally like teenage black girls who do good commentary that I like. The girl who does the videos about old Southern black people, I like her. I don't know. Because it's like you don't have to engage with people's names on TikTok. So, I don't know. When I see some of the black girls that I like, I watch them. There's a couple black girl comedians I like. This is not helpful. Can you talk about big question? You have a choice of a Beyonce concert or a Rihanna concert. Where are you going? I'm definitely going to the Beyonce concert. I've been to both the Beyonce concert, maybe more than one. I've been to a Beyonce concert and I've been to a Rihanna concert, and definitely the Beyonce concert was more enjoyable. But if the question is, if I have to only listen all day to a Beyonce discography, if the question is, if I have to listen all day to the top 20 Rihanna songs or the top 20 Beyonce songs, I think I might choose Rihanna. I would definitely agree that Anti has aged better than Lemonade, but Musicality though, I mean, nobody is going to agree, like nobody's going to disagree that Beyonce is an exceptionally musical, like she's a genius. I think it's unfortunate that genius, like the genius of performance and the genius of musicality and vocal ability, have not always been met with the genius of being able to put together a top tier album. That is my stance. That is how I feel. I think that nobody picks better songs than Rihanna. Nobody picks better songs than Rihanna. Best dish you made in quarantine. I don't cook. Who are your three favorite scholars, theorists? My three favorite scholars or theorists. Well, you know, I've been reading. You know who I'm into right now? Honestly, if we're really going to get into this, and I wonder if like the person who put me onto this is watching. Probably not, because they have things to do. But I've been reading, this is so nerdy, but Reinhold Niebuhr. That's real deep in the cut, okay? You gotta be a real nerd to read Reinhold Niebuhr for fun. And obviously bell hooks. I've been reading Cornell West recently. I've read a lot of Adrienne Marie Brown recently. Who else has really moved me? I think that's basically it. It's interesting because neither Rihanna nor Beyonce are involved in the song making process. I think Beyonce might be like minimally involved, but like that's fine. Like that doesn't matter to me, right? Like having an ear for a hit is a skill. Rihanna has an amazing ear. Oh, I do love The Gift. I don't cook. Rihanna's what makes her a genius though? Wait a minute, Beyonce can sing. Yes, Beyonce can sing. Any things Media Kim is nerding out on? Oh, you know what I've been Twitter Spaces. So, now that I'm not the biggest fan of Clubhouse anymore, I've been getting into some Twitter Spaces, which is like audio. I've been nerding out on that. I'm interested in that. What else is Media Kim interested in right now? I have to sit down and think about it. You're so gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Beyonce is involved in the song making process for sure. Yeah, Beyonce is she a song writer? Like, is she writing the words? No, but like anybody who works with Beyonce has said that she arranges the songs. She does her own arrangements, comes up with these harmonies. Even if you watch that little mini documentary about the making of The Gift, like you literally see her saying, I'm gonna put some opera right here. I'm gonna stack this vocal like this. Like that is a talent, like vocal arranging, like vocal producing. Like Beyonce is top tier, top notch, genius. Listen to the harmonies on those songs. Amazing. I believe that Beyonce's ability to perform outshines other aspects of her, but that doesn't mean that those other aspects like vocal ability aren't there. Oh, they are definitely there. I am not one of those people who's like, Beyonce can't sing. No, she's improved a lot over these past 25 years or however long it's been, but that lady can sing. I watched Fleabag on your recommendation. Fleabag is amazing. Have you seen I May Destroy You? Yes. I love Doja's earlier stuff a tad better. I like a hit. Kimberly loves a mainstream hit, and Doja has been giving us that recently. Will you be tuning in to the new Sex and the City? I don't know. Maybe. I noticed that you're always sitting on the floor. Is there a reason? I just like sitting on the floor, but also now it's like my thing. It's my signature. And I don't think I'll ever stop sitting on the floor now. Because why? Like, it's my thing. Why? Do you like Doja's music? I think she's great. I really do. I think Doja Cat is also exceptionally talented. I love Rihanna. Rihanna is not a live singer. She's not a live singer. No, she's not. Kim, would you say you love pop music more than R&B? No. No, I think I love them equally. But like my love for R&B is like deep. It's like decades old. You know, like contemporarily, I listen to more contemporary pop music than R&B because I don't like these new R&B people. But my love for R&B is like deep and old. You know, I didn't really grow up listening to like mainstream pop because my parents are not into that. I grew up listening to like funk and R&B and disco and all of that. But disco is pop music, but definitely R&B. So like that's like the foundation of my musical knowledge and gospel. But like just the pop is just fun. It's just fun. Where'd you get this set you're wearing? It's from ASOS, ASOS. Yeah, there's a lot, way more Black women who have ADHD than I even realized. So that would be a good conversation. I agree. What was your first apartment home like? Did you have to settle? I mean, I think you always have to settle if you don't have money and you don't have credit. It was shitty. But like, you live in a shitty place when you're young. I mean, actually, I do know people who didn't have to live in shitty places when they were young because they worked in finance or consulting. But if you have a regular job, then you live in a shitty place and you get your money together, or you don't, and then maybe you move, or maybe you don't. Did you like Janelle Monae Dirty Computer? It wasn't my favorite at all. I thought it was okay. But you know, an album that I did recently revisit that is still incredible is, shit, what is that Janelle Monae album called? The Sweet. Shit, what the fuck is it called? God, y'all put the names of Janelle Monae albums in the comments. The one with the blue cover where she's a robot, an android, the Arc Android. I love that. That's a classic album. That's a brilliant album from beginning to end. Would you ever do a video on Black women with autism? Yeah, I've been meaning to do that. So Black women with ADHD and Black women with autism. I've been meaning to get to these things. Do people sometimes treat you as a child due to your height? As a child, I know, but people definitely think I am younger than I am, especially now that we have to wear masks, you know, and because I'm like, I'm not just a small person, but my body is like narrow, you know? And so I do think that people, you know, until they get to that ass, like they think that I'm younger. Electric Lady was a bop. Electric Lady was a bop. That was another great album. Do you like SZA's new singles? They're okay to me. But you know, I thought SZA's Control was brilliant. Like, I thought it was amazing. Big fan from Uganda. Hi. Okay, now I'm just on here, just scrolling. What are your thoughts on the Versus? Versus needs to end. It sucks. It just does. And I didn't even care to watch the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole because I'm like, why? What am I watching that for? But I know millions of people watched it. I know they had 1 million people on the stream. I understand. But for me, it's like, what is the draw here? Okay. Thoughts on Dallas versus Austin? People ask me this a lot. Dallas versus Austin. I like Austin. It's a cool city. I don't think I would want to live there now. Okay. How long have I been doing this? Oh, 50 minutes. I think that's it. I'm gonna go harass a man now. So that's it. Do you like gospel quartet music? No. I like gospel, I like choir music. I don't love a quartet. In fact, I actively dislike quartet music. Dr. Umar is also a hoarder. Yeah, he probably is. I've never seen that video you're talking about, but he probably is a hoarder. How are you liking the vibrator you unboxed? It's amazing. I was just having a conversation with my friends on this like last week, and because they bought it, and it's amazing. Just A++ all around. Great. And cheap. It's only like $30. That's so cheap for a vibrator. Amazing. Chef's kiss. Thoughts on atheism in the Black community? That's too big. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys so much. I don't know where this gonna go. I don't know where it's gonna go. Oh, the Substack. That's where this will go. So sign up for the Substack. Bye.